Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bandit Football Fans. We have moved on to YouTube. Yes, we have. Um, you can also still find us on or some of our older podcasts on. Stop doing that, man. You can find, find some of the older stuff on Spotify, but we've moved on to YouTube, so that we can put some. Stop doing that as well. We can put some
I,
faces
I,
to
I
some
didn't start.
voices.
I didn't start it. That's all I'm saying.
But
We'll finish the
yeah, man,
intro.
this is a first for us. We're kind of excited to kind of do this. One of the first videos, and hopefully many more will follow. So today we're going to talk a little bit about transfers. We're going to talk a little bit about the main man, Harry Maguire, and some of the shenanigans that he's been up to. We're also going to talk about the Champions League final. It's exciting times as well for Bayern Munich and PSG. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about Messi and kind of find out what our opinions are on where he would go if he actually leaves. But you know what? Let's start
Mercy.
off the chill, man. Let's start off with transfers. We're going to start off with let's start off with Arsenal actually. Willian. A lot of people have been coming in and saying that you guys are taking the Chelsea rejects.
Look here. See,
Why?
let's
Yeah,
break
and
it down.
you got David Luiz as well. You took that reject as well. And this is the thing: rejects don't really work out for Arsenal. This is
And
the thing.
yet, and yet, David Luiz pretty much got us into the final and won the fucking FA Cup.
This
So, like,
this
you know,
this
just,
again.
oh, I'm sorry. Am I wrong? Did I lie?
No, you're not lying.
There you go. And the funniest thing was, and that's why it's so hilarious. We didn't even beat United in the final. We had to beat Chelsea, and that's just, it's banter.
He
Just
always turns up against us, mate. Don't worry.
hey, I'm happy because
For the other 36 games, he'll be trash. Don't worry.
oh no no no, I already know this. Next season is going to be it's all downhill. I don't even care. Like next season is all downhill. I'm pretty sure. Like his last, that I don't mind that. But I wanted to end the season on a high, and I got to end my season on a high. Like I'm pretty sure by the time the Community Shield ends and Arsenal creates a new record, I don't know, Liverpool beat us like 10-2 or some shit. Um, So like you don't have to wait long for Arsenal to revert. Yeah, that I don't mind. But my season ended in a high. But for transfers with the Willian transfer, honestly, I'm not even that transfer is the only one that's gone through so far. So I can't it depends on who else comes in. Like the way Arsenal seems set up right now is just kind of like we already know the problem. We have two engines in the midfield, but no creative flair whatsoever. Like Xhaka and Ceballos, if he stays, they know how to. They're good anchors in the midfield. They lock the midfield down well, but when it comes to ball progression, creating chances, zip. So it depends on what else comes in the window. I think I had this
Hey, I
conversation
think
with
it
Alex.
depends on also what goes out. Do you know what I
It's,
mean? Why? What?
but you know what? I don't think that many players are going to be going like out because like between how the season ended, because normally within transfers you see preseason players coming back in and all that, injured players coming back, and then you can get a rough idea. But we're not going to have that this season. It's literally the season ends, everyone's back into it. So I'm thinking this window might be iffy for some people going out, but then January, but like, it's going to be like a whole exodus of players because they will have had between now and like December to like for clubs to spot them and all that. I'm thinking from an Arsenal point of view, I know depending on how it plays out, if we somehow manage to get this Gabriel thing, if we manage to get Gabriel, we need to offload at least three of the centre backs we have. I think
Bro,
that.
that will leave like seven.
Sorry.
If you get Gabriel and you offload three, that will leave seven. You have seven
It,
centre backs.
do we have seven centre backs?
No, sorry, you currently have nine. If you get
Oh,
Gabriel, that's 10.
oh
Then
right.
let go of three, you're down to
Yeah,
seven.
but you remember they need them, man. The way they switch defenders is something else, man.
But you know,
Every week is a new centre back. Every week is
but you
them
know,
complaining at the other centre back.
I wish I could
what's
talk,
funny.
but that's basically a Chelsea fan season as well.
You know what's funny about like that whole the way the defense is set up, like why it's hilarious and why for me I think this is why you need managers that are able to like know and tweak formations and tweak and use the right players. When Emery had the same set of defenders, Arsenal was disastrous. there was no like nothing resembling a coherent line. They effectively turned Leno to like fucking what's the word? Like he was a one man fortress going like like honestly, if at the end of this season, really, I heard a rumor and they said, oh, you know what? All the defenders at Arsenal chipped in and gave Leno some money. I'd be like, yes, he deserved that because, like you all made
Yeah.
him you all made him one of the busiest keepers that he had no business being because you all weren't doing your job. But then Arteta comes in and even though he wanted to start with a back four, when defenders started dropping like flies, Murray went and Chambers wasn't available and all that, he rotated to a back three real quickly and once he rotated to a back, oh come on man, cross properly, Jesus. Once he rotated to a back,
Just so that you guys know, D is currently watching the Inter and Sevilla match.
it's a very
Europa,
good match. It's a very good match.
yeah.
So, but yeah, but more to the point, right? So like Arteta turned it and he flipped it where he now had three central defenders who kind of knew what they were doing and they were more coherent. And then you put two. To be fair, like Arsenal fans give Xhaka a lot of slack, but apparently I think part of the problem is all previous managers just haven't found the right kind of way to play him, and Arteta seems to have found the right way to play him, and now like he's solid. So the main problem with Arsenal's window is Willian by himself is not good enough. We need to.
Is Willian going to be a starter though? And who does he replace, or does he replace anyone?
I
This
don't
was
think
my
Because
this was my thing, right? For at Chelsea, he's got Ziyech in front. There's also Callum Hudson-Odoi, which obviously I think he falls down the pecking order. But I was wondering, what is he actually changing by going to Arsenal? Because I'd be
nah,
interested
I
to
think
know
it's
if
money though.
he.
He wanted money in it
Oh
because I
no,
saw
no,
his,
he did. But if you think like from a footballing thing, what's actually going to be different from him? Because he will be behind Pepe, right? He has to
I
be,
don't.
sure.
I think he might be behind, but I'm thinking if he's going to be behind Pepe, it's going to be the way they're going to like Arteta's going to restructure the midfield to accommodate him.
Mm.
Because if, as it was last season, the person that we're looking to play on the left was either Saka or Martinelli. Martinelli is injured at the moment, so he ain't playing as much. So that's a given. Saka is still a teenager. There's no two ways about how we want to play this. You can't overplay teenagers, and Arsenal have been guilty of doing that in the past, and it hasn't worked out well for us. So I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. Because I'm looking at any of the wingers, the young wingers of the team. You're looking at Reece Nelson, you're looking at Saka, you're looking at Martinelli, those three,
Mm.
and you're looking at Pepe, and you're thinking you can't overplay Martinelli, you can't overplay Saka. So
Yeah.
that means like that's his spot right there. But the rumor is, and this is what I'm is going to be interesting for me to see because I want to like the rumor is Arteta is not looking to play him on the wings. Arteta is looking to play him behind the strikers.
Willian.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I don't like
what
so
like a number 10?
like a number 10. Yeah, and like if he uses him and he plays him like a number 10, then that changes the dynamic a bit because then at that point if he uses number 10 I see immediately one problem in that means Lacazette ain't getting playtime because Lacazette's going to have to come back to the bench, and they're going to have to play Aubameyang down the
I
middle.
think there's a bigger problem. I think it's going to cause a lot of disruption with Özil being on the bench and not being able to get games, and
No, 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 no,
you know
no,
what I
no, no.
mean.
Please, 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 please. This is like these are the conversations we have here. And I immediately, because you guys like to come at me that I do a bit of shithousery and all that and all that. How is that not the embodiment of being a dickhead? Yeah. How is that? How is that?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, continue.
If
My bad.
to create a
Wait,
problem is also on the
D is
bench.
genuine question. Is Özil your current number 10?
Sorry?
Is Özil your current number 10?
Fuck you, Callum.
No, 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 it's genuine.
Just it's
I'm
Bad,
trying
bad,
to be
bad.
all,
serious.
all manner of unnecessary, like just no. So yes, to answer your question, he has the number 10, but at this point, I don't honestly see him like if this is the thing with Ozil, right? I do genuinely believe that if push came to shove, actually no, I don't even because push came to shove after the break, and still Arteta didn't bring him onto the pitch. So I don't even know was the my man was chilling with the sun, like with the umbrella in the sun, like he was on holiday already. And again, like I said, I enjoy like the manager doesn't have your time, right? If before a cup final, the club literally tells you, yeah, go on holiday, you're fine, we don't need you, just go on holiday, and you're the highest paid player at the team, and your club literally tells you before a cup final that it's that important for them to make Europe, for them to end the season on a high, and they're telling you like, oh, holiday, yeah, it's okay, bro. Cool.
Well, forget team though, D. Actually, again, genuine question here. I'm coming with, I'm trying to be nice. Is he
Okay.
the highest paid player in the league?
In the league? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
He's on
Who is
300, isn't it? No, he is now
350?
because before it
350,
was.
huh?
Is it 350? Yeah, because
Yeah,
before it was Sanchez, isn't it? But it's not him anymore.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking.
wow. Interesting. I'd be like, at this point, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't consider like I've already written off any thought of Ozil. To be fair, you know this. I've already like when guys were saying, oh, he might move to MLS and all that. I was like, nah, that brother ain't going. That done is not going anywhere. I already knew it.
Yeah,
And
he's ready to see out that contract,
it's
boy.
great to see it. And honest, and again, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get it. Like, why the hell would I try and like be convenient to a club? Like, man, pay me my money, man. So yeah, it's all good.
All right, let's move on to Chelsea. Let's move on to Chelsea. Obviously, you guys have got Ziyech. You guys done that deal, well early.
Mm.
Obviously, you got Werner as well. Did that one early, but then obviously there's the loss of Willian. How does those things affect Chelsea, and what do you need? Because obviously that back four is looking a bit peak though. Still.
And the rest.
My man said the back four is looking peak.
Yeah, bro.
The back four is not looking peak. The
I mean,
back
like,
four.
mate, it's not like ours is looking. Listen, it's not like ours is looking good. Ours is just as peak as well.
No,
I love
because
this.
we
We're just
we,
all
we have
fake old men just come here to discuss our
no,
defense.
but it's like, but
Bro, it is what it is.
this is the conversation we had when we were watching the semifinals of the Champions League, where I was like, I remember I put in the group, do any of the teams apart from Liverpool and questionably City have anything resembling a decent midfield,
Centre back,
decent
yeah,
defense?
different, yeah.
No, none of them do. Like like honestly, all the English teams going into the Champions League or playing in Europe next season, apart from Liverpool and maybe Man City, they best know they're not looking to the defense to get the job done. Honestly, they're not. And like again, you really do need to sell Rudiger at this point because
Mm.
is there a striker that hasn't sent him on a trip?
Bro,
Right, it's so easy to. All you got to do is drop a little bit into midfield and turn, and then he's done. He's finished. Because
Oh
the
well,
guy,
that's not
bruh,
Sevilla.
he
Sevilla won
loves
it.
grass. He'll go along, like eating along the ground. He loves doing grass.
Reduce my man to a goat. You just reduce my man to a goat. That's
but I said that though. I said that, and bruv, the guy likes grass. He actually likes eating grass. Like he backs that every single time. Like it's actually mad.
No, but
Like,
seriously though, like I think we have like questions are being asked of about the back six, I would say, including the back four, the keeper, and the central defensive midfield. I think it's obvious that Jorginho isn't the future of Chelsea Football Club, to say the least, unless that guy pulls some kind of Goretzka-esque change. Have you seen that guy in the Champions League this after lockdown? Jesus, that guy. No, yeah, I think
it's all done. It's all done. Sevilla won it.
yeah, it's good. It's good.
Lukaku looks devastated. Poor
That's
guy.
his own business.
Yo, you fucking hater. You fucking hater. But yeah, okay. Now I'm 100% here. Let's go. True focus.
No, mate, yeah, I was just saying, there's rumours of Chilwell for around the £50 million mark, which I know
Is
there's
that? You think that's worth it?
yeah, like given everything, yeah, definitely. We just need to bring the right player in, and I think he's good. He's a young English player. Yeah, I'm happy with that, definitely.
But here's the thing, though. Here's my problem with the Chilwell thing for Chelsea. He's not a centre back, though.
No, sorry, don't get me wrong. A lot of our problems have come from centre back position, but if you look at the way people attack us and like literally just walk through us, it's either you go down one side of the pitch, you cross the ball, and our entire defense has moved over to where the ball was.
True, because I remember.
Cha-cha slide.
Wasn't it?
To the rest.
I don't think it was this. I don't think it was this season. It was last season when Pogba. I think it was Pogba that scored like a flying header or some shit like that against you lot. It was an FA Cup, and the same thing happened where the defense just got bare confused.
It's nothing.
But you know the problem. Like this is what I'm saying. That's how bad the problem is with whether it's United, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's Arsenal. there are some goals that some teams score against, and you're just kind of like, how? Why? You guys are professionals. Do you like that's part of the problem with watching like Arsenal sometimes, in that I see some mistakes happen, and I'm just kind of like, I'm not even athletic, but I'm pretty sure I could fix that.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Um,
honestly, like and I think every fan has that moment where you're looking at one of your players do something particularly stupid, and you're just kind of like, this Don is being paid thousands of pounds to act the fool on the international stage, because
right.
like here's this is the beauty of social media. Like, even if you like, it's not like you could do it and it's insulated anymore. You'll be getting, like, when Jaka does his special brand of foolish, there are going to be fans from, I don't even know, Timbuktu, that will get on Twitter and go, have you seen this Donny? How could he do that? So this is the problem, I think, with whether it's Chelsea, whether it's United, is that apart from the fact that the whole defense, just all three defenses seem to lack anything resembling cohesion, in that everyone just seems to be doing what the fuck they want, is also the fact that there's no part of it that you can actually say is solid. Like, and I'll be generous towards Arsenal. Like, I trust Tierney, and I somewhat trust Bellerin or Maitland-Niles to handle business on the side. My main problem is the person in the center having to take care of business. If we're playing four at the back and David Luiz is in there, I'm already worried, right? That's a nightmare waiting to happen. If we're playing three at the back and David Luiz is in the center, I'm less worried. But it's David Luiz, so you should always be worried. But there's levels to this. With Chelsea, getting Chilwell is all well and good, but
Doesn't
like,
fix the problem.
it doesn't fix the problem. And also, I'm thinking, like,
It goes some way to fixing the problem.
no, but is it
Yeah,
because
but then like you said though, you're saying that if you guys, your main issue is you're getting attacked from the wings, then you got your two centre backs who consistently, like, I think when it goes down the wing, from what I've seen anyways, is like they get a lapse of concentration. If you have Chua on that side and they keep on attacking it and they keep walking, you still have the two centre backs doing the same thing they were doing regardless if Chilwell was there or not.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the box stops with Chilwell. 100% not. We need to make wholesale changes at the back. But what I think it does do is that it gives us a little bit of assurance that the balls aren't going to be constantly coming in from our left side. Because I think that Chilwell will defend better than Alonso and Emerson combined and stop a lot of those balls coming in, which then reduces the possibility for the centre backs to make a horrendous fuck
Are
up.
you sure though? Because I've seen
Yeah.
Chilwell play at Leicester, and that Donny goes up quite a lot. Like, he runs up the pitch
He
quite
does.
a lot.
But that's also tactics, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
also
that's what I was gonna say.
But
That
no, but here's the thing: like, when he runs forward, right? He knows, for say, like, I know towards the end of last season, Leicester just kind of decided they didn't care about Europe anymore and just decided to do fuck knows what. But normally the defensive pairings at the back are actually quite solid. And this is
For
the
Leicester, did you say, D?
for Leicester, yeah, this is the beauty of having, like, centre backs that know what they're doing. When you're, like, full backs, dash forward or take the ball or carry the ball forward, you're not as worried because you kind of know, okay, the players that we have there can actually cover. If Chilwell is like the Chelsea, and this is why even, like, Chelsea is kind of weird for me right now, because it seems like you guys are moving away from Kante,
When you
but
say moving
nah,
away,
but Kante's been injured though. That's a bit. That's been he's been injured for a
but
bit.
even like, even before he was, it could be I'm just misremembering, but even before he was injured, I don't think Frank was playing him like like he was an integral part of the midfield anymore.
no, mate, it's because he was injured over this last summer. Don't forget, he didn't have a preseason,
Oh, right.
Yeah, yeah,
and then he came in and got injured. Literally, like 50% of the games he was out.
Okay.
yeah. I remember
So,
because he didn't play. He didn't play bare games, man.
No.
so I'm misremembering on that count then. But yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, so even if you get on, like, here's the thing: if, for like, Chilwell cannot stop every attack that's going to come on his wing,
Yeah, of course, of course.
so that means either way, one way or the other, the ball is going to get to those centre backs, and you guys still have
Bro.
Kepa in goal.
Nah,
Oh shit, I even
he's
forgot
done.
about that.
Listen, he's finished. Let's just all get one thing straight. Kepa's finished. He is about as finished, or let me say this: he has about as much chance of playing for us as Özil does for Arsenal ever again. Let's
Damn,
not,
son. Yeah, but you guys ain't even said about who's your second. Who's that?
bro,
Who's your
Caballero.
second?
Cavallero. Caballero is
Bro,
the
all
backup.
day, all
Look,
day.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but do
say
you think
this
that's
now.
good enough? Okay, let me pose this question to you then.
Mm,
If you're saying Kepa's finished, right, and then
mm,
you've got your second keeper, do you think, yeah? Because this is the question I have to ask myself now.
mm.
Right, we're gonna go on to United in a second. But do
Yes,
you
please.
think you are confident, dickhead? Do you think you're confident? Do you think you're confident enough? If you guys don't, let's say you get Chilwell, you don't sign two centre backs, and you have that keeper. Do you
No
think
chance.
you're confident enough to go to Champions League and do some damage?
Not at
No,
all. No chance.
no.
This is the
Like
thing.
I could answer that question. No.
Thank you, our
Just,
Chelsea correspondent.
no. Like I see, like this, like going into next season, the Champions League, no English team should expect to make it to the quarterfinals. Apart from Liverpool,
Liverpool, yeah.
and maybe Man City, no other English, like even in Europa, all the Europa teams were already set up for failure. That's just what I'm saying now, right?
I
Like
think mate, I honestly think Champions League is a slightly different ball game because I think a lot of our players, like given us for example, right, Rudiger, Christensen, Zuma, they've all come from European football. I'm just giving those three as an example. I'm not saying they are the highest quality, but when it comes to European football, we all know that the game changes very slightly, and I do
Callum,
think that you know.
your optimist is speaking out. I'll
Thanks.
I'm
kill
not
it.
gonna lie, yeah. The
I'll
way
kill
that
it soon enough. Don't worry.
this season, the way that people got Zuma dancing, yeah, bruv, in the back
Boy,
four was different though. Still,
boy,
do you know what I mean?
boy.
Bruv, they got man doing stanky leg.
Imagine that. I've got to watch Zuma and Rudiger together.
You
It's
know,
like
you
it's
know,
like
you
a
know what,
dance floor out.
what was bad about the Zuba situation is I remember when my man first came under Mourinho and everyone was looking at this kid like that's the guy. That's the guy that's gonna go on. And then from there he just had a couple of loan deals, things didn't pan out, and now apparently he's the skanky leg guy. Like Jesus. That's, yeah.
I feel like a few steps were missed out there, D. If I don't correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't like he's the guy and now he's the stanky leg guy. Like I
Eh?
feel like there was some mid
No, no,
ground.
no, no. Okay, fine. Okay, you know what? He came, he saw, he didn't conquer. You good with that?
Before his injury against United, he was killing it.
Yeah.
He was doing so well. Played in defensive midfield, even he was solid. And then the injury came, and yeah, it's just never been the same since. But I'm not saying that's an excuse or anything.
Oh
Don't get me
no.
wrong. Zuma has
Oh
never reached the heights that we hoped him to. 100%,
yeah.
no doubt.
Yeah. Well. Don't worry.
All right,
I'm an
so
Arsenal fan. I can relate with that shit. But yeah.
so Ziyech,
Yeah, I was just about.
Timo,
Yeah, the front line.
yeah. So what? So obviously you lost out Willian, but you got them two. I mean, is that perfect in your world?
Well, first and foremost, getting business done early. I think we all know, Dej as a United fan, how frustrated you get. It's like
Oh,
it's like
God,
the
no.
30th of August or whatever, and United still haven't done any deals. You got Harry Redknapp on his car window, and he's the guy's doing deals. But now I'm really happy with the fact that we got those two done early, and obviously Havertz is hopefully going to be coming soon. Chilwell hopefully going to be coming soon. Get the boys in, training early together. For Willian, I think I've said it a lot. I think it's worked for all parties. I think
Mm.
Willian's got the contract he wanted. Arsenal have got a good quality player with at least 1 or 2 years at the highest level in him, and we've got a big player off our books that we can then go and use to invest in other areas, and kind of try and bring through the youth like Hudson-Odoi. So yeah, I'm happy, man. If we bring, I think Kai Havertz is going to change a lot for us. He's going to be what Ruben Loftus-Cheek I don't think has been able to be because of his injuries. We don't have a CAM, a central attacking midfielder, and we don't have a defensive
So you
midfielder.
got Barkley though? No.
Nah.
Why are you
Barkley.
laughing? What's funny?
Sorry?
I was being
Who?
serious.
Sorry?
Why are you laughing for? I was being serious.
You can't even say that with a straight face,
Right,
bro.
what do you mean? But I said it with
You're,
a
you're,
straight
you're,
face, and you started
you're saying
laughing.
it. No, you're saying it. You're smiling. I can see your teeth. Calm.
Oh, okay.
Just
Cool then, innit?
stop it.
I'll just be serious, but cool.
Don't piss on our leg and call it rain, bro. We already know. Stop it. Just stop. Yeah. Nobody has rated Barkley for a while. Let's
Bro, I
let's
don't even know why you man got him in the first
let's
place,
not
though. To be
even
fair.
pretend.
15 million, we'll make a profit on that, no doubt. No doubt. He was one of the highest rated English midfielders.
Sorry,
Yeah, and that's the funny
sure,
thing because
are you
them,
sure you're going to make a profit of that? Because I've seen that man play. I've seen him play.
There is
Scouts seen him play. Unless it's the scouts that got you guys Kepa, I'm pretty sure. Like a confident 50, you're way too confident on that sum.
no,
But, you know,
we'll definitely.
Well,
There
if they get
is
15 million and £1, there's profit, bruh. You get what I'm saying?
this guy knows all about £1 profits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no,
I should have a perpetual beef with Liverpool for releasing that shit, but you know, it is what it is.
But yeah,
yeah, no, yeah, go on.
yeah, that was all, man. I think Kai Havertz is going to change the way that we play and make it so that our striker doesn't constantly have to drop deep. It will be that link between the final 2/3 of the pitch that we are missing, in my opinion. So there we go.
Makes sense. Obviously, move on to United. There's not really
Can I
much to
just
say.
say before we start talking about United, when Callum and you were talking about early business done, your face was like an African parent that you're just about to tell them you got C's and D's.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Bro.
your face was just kind of like that was where I was having flashbacks to. Oh my god, this I recognize that face, but it's not my dad.
Listen,
I was like, that was where you're looking at it. You're about to explain to your African dad how you managed to get to school and you came back with D's and C's.
listen. You know, bro. There's not even nothing to say, man. There's actually nothing to say, bro. The club is moving. The club is moving sideways, bro. Like it's
Is
actually
it
moving.
club or is it Ed?
Bruv, it's Ed. That's the funny. No, it's the club. It's because it's the Glazers and then Ed. It's both of them in conjunction, bruv. They're just both mad. Like they don't know what they're doing. They actually have, especially Ed. Ed has no clue what he's doing. Like we was discussing, yeah, just before we came on, just a minute ago. How can, like for example, everyone, all of a sudden has come out on the news that Man United want to go for Gabriel. I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah, bro. How and when did that happen? Like, how did that just come out of the blue? It's like he's sitting there looking at Sky News, yeah, and he's going, all right, who's making moves now? Who can I quickly, like? Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's pure madness, bruv. Like
Can I
as I
just
said,
say,
yeah, Chelsea's made deals, Arsenal's made deals. Like all these people are moving. City are making deals. Even Liverpool, they just won the league and they're making deals early. We're still sitting there with our hands, with our ass on our hands, bruv. Like it's mad. It doesn't make sense.
just
And
so you
Maguire
know,
in a jail cell, yeah.
Ah,
you know,
bro.
just so you know, if United do get, like I said before we started the podcast, if United do get Gabriel, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna kill Ed.
But you know what the thing is, yeah, if we get, you know what's so funny, yeah, and this is what annoys me about some United fans and stuff like that. If we go get Gabriel, right, all of a sudden everyone's gonna become forgetful. They're gonna don't understand what's going on and stuff like that. This man has opened up his app, Sky Sports app, and has seen that Arsenal has gone and bid for Gabriel, and he's like, shit. You know what? Why don't I just join in as well? Why don't I just fuck up some shit as well? And then all the fans are gonna sit there going, "Oh yeah, we signed the centre back, bro." There was no scouts involved. I don't think there was scouts involved. There was no discussion. Yeah, trust me, there was no discussion to say, "Oh, how is Gabriel gonna fit into our defense? Is he gonna work?" There was none of that stuff. Man just opened up his Sky Sports app and thought, "Let me just." That's my problem. That's my issue.
But you know what? This is the thing. We had this conversation, right? And I asked you if you're gonna sell. Like, I already know the defenders I think United should be letting go of. Bailey, Lindelof, they should be gone.
You don't think that Bailly's good enough as a squad
No,
defender?
the problem with Bailly is that he's too injury prone. The thing is, I said this before, yeah, like a lot of people give Bailly a lot of stick and stuff like that. The thing is, when Bailly plays, he plays good. He has them games where he's erratic and decides like he wants to do a 2-footed tackle. God knows why, but other than that, if you put that out of it, yeah, he's actually a decent centre back. He's good. He's a ball playing defender. Do you get what I'm saying? And he gets stuck in as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's actually a good defender. The problem is injury prone. Look at, for example, he came after how many games he missed? He came and played against Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. He got injured, and you're sitting there like, bro, is this what we're gonna pull a Sturridge basically?
But Sage, do you not think if he was more of a squad player, less playing like week in week out, you could use him kind of like if you are in a game where you're maybe 2-1 in the last 5 minutes, you just bang Bailly on, and he will be kind of like a Zuma is for us. Just any balls that come in the box.
Oh, sorry. Is that what you were supposed to do with Zuma? Is that what you're supposed to do with Zuma?
I don't think that's gonna work.
You raggedy bitch.
I don't think that's gonna work. Like to put him as a bit part player
You
because
don't think?
nah, it won't work, man. That's not gonna fix any of our problems.
No, no, it really isn't.
We need a centre back, and we
No,
need to
But yeah,
offload
no,
some
but
wing.
okay. So,
there's
so,
no
so here's the
demand.
thing, right? If you sold Lindelof, if you sold Baye, you sold those two.
No, no,
Like
I don't think we should sell Lindelof, but we should probably sell
Lindelof's not going.
Bailly. Yeah.
Lindelof.
you don't think you sell Lindelof?
No, no, no. I think Lindelof can be that guy that comes in from time to time, man.
You
Just
you know why? Like you know how Ben laughs at me because he's laughing at Arsenal because he sees the mistakes that Liverpool used to make and he sees Arsenal making them again. I can laugh at United fans when you all hold on to a player that you shouldn't be holding on to.
yeah. But as I said to you though, like what centre backs are out there? That's what I'm trying to
No,
say to
no,
you.
that's literally what I was about to ask. Because here's the thing, right? We as like fans, we look at it and we go, what centre backs are out there? And then you look at somehow Lille have Gabriel, who has effectively apparently caused a bidding war
Mm.
between Arsenal, Everton, and
Napoli.
what's the word? And
Napoli.
Napoli. And Napoli. And
Mm.
apart from okay, let's even be honest. Napoli is a top club, right?
Mm.
Hate it or love it, Farmers League or whatever it is people want to say, Serie A is still decent, right? So, and the wow, Deji,
I
chill.
mean, it's all right. I didn't say it's bad. I said it's decent.
Anyhow, so like, I like how you're making them moves. Like, yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah, would any of your defenders get into an Italian Champions League team?
Probably wouldn't. No, Harry Maguire probably would, but not the rest of them.
Are you sure though? Are you sure?
Maguire will get in, man.
Because
Maguire's not shit,
because
man.
El
because I
Flanders.
saw my man against current European
Nah, chill,
champions Sevilla.
man. I lie, man.
Like, my man was looking like he couldn't find the ball. I'm just
Nah,
saying.
nah, bruv. You know what? Yeah, that's context as well. Yeah, because if you watch the game in it, nah,
Yes,
because it's context.
give me the
It's all
context.
well and it's all. Nah, I'm not giving him excuses. What he done was criminal, innit? I'm not
It's
giving excuses.
excuses, bro.
No, I'm not giving excuses, but the way they took that picture made it look bare dumb. It's all right if you freeze frame. No, but it's true though, innit? Because if you freeze frame it, it makes it look bare stupid, like he didn't
Actually,
notice it.
actually no. Actually, that
Yeah,
is true. No, that is.
exactly.
So, what you're saying is, if we saw it in motion, it would paint Maguire in a better light. Is that what
100%.
you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
sticking to it,
So,
basically.
yeah, and that's fine. And I'm going to ask this question again. So, when the ball came and he didn't know where it was, and the Sevilla player banged it into the net, like, at what point in the motion would you look at it and go, "Oh yeah, that is a solid 80 million pound defender
No,
that
do
we
you know
bought."
what? Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Yeah, the reason why he did what he done. Yeah, it's one of two things in it. I think it was a situation where because I think someone was watching some analysis on it, and they were saying there was a centre mid who was coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
he thought. Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
saying that. I'm not making excuses. It looked like he was thinking that
Yeah.
yeah, this guy's gonna run in. So if I turn this way, I might be able
Deji,
to stop it.
Deji,
Or
do you know what the definition of an excuse is? Do you?
no, but the
Because
thing is,
right now, you're sounding like you know that problem kid that you had in primary school, and then the parents had to come in and had to explain why the child isn't a problem child, even though everybody can see that the child is a problem child,
listen, man.
and it's just kind of like, you
Oh
Listen,
shit.
it is what it is, man. At the end of the day,
no,
like,
but this is the thing, right? So there's a failure on some level at United because if, say, for example, Napoli, Arsenal, Everton can spot a defender in League One and go, oh, that's the guy that we should be getting, right? And somehow United came in that late to the party when apparently my man was already having a medical at some club, and that's when United came. Hi, would you like? There's a problem there. Either because it's and this thing that United seem to be doing, which is they'll focus on one player and then they buy that one player and then they go,
oh, bro. You know what? Yeah, this is the issue that we're gonna have again. This whole focus on getting
Sancho.
Sancho. Oh my goodness, it's so dumb. It's actually stupid. And this is and you know what? There's been this whole argument about it's been coming up the whole year about us getting a sporting director or getting a football director and all that jazz and whatnot. You don't under. It's times like this, yeah, where we're figuring out whether we should get Sancho instead of thinking we need about five other players we need to be working on in the background, is becoming a big, massive problem. And this is the reason why we need someone who knows what they're doing to come in. Because Ed doesn't have a clue. Ed is, and the thing is, yeah, and again, it's an ego thing,
If
and
if if you're
I'm
wondering,
starting to believe
if
it's an
you're
ego
wondering,
thing.
Raul is available.
I have nothing to say to you. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah.
Okay, cool.
as I was saying, yeah, it's becoming a big
Don't say
mess.
don't say I didn't offer.
It's becoming a big, massive problem, and I'm starting to believe it's an ego thing because Ed wants to be known as that guy who brought in this player and brought in that player and did this for the club and did that,
Mm.
not realizing that he's actually messing up the whole set. Like he's actually this Jordan. I don't, to a certain degree, I don't want this Sancho thing to happen. I actually don't because it's a waste of money. If we go and spend 120 million on this guy, bruv, that's the only person I reckon he's gonna buy. Literally.
Mm.
Can I just say, as an Arsenal fan, I am hoping that you do.
No,
I am hoping that you do.
you see, you say that now, and then he bangs a hat trick against you, lot, and then you
Oh
start thinking, why?
no. But here's the thing, right? I don't I like. I would gladly take that hit because here's the this is the beauty of it. I don't care if you bring Sancho into that United team. That United team is that dysfunctional that even if Sancho were to bang a hat trick against Arsenal, I'm looking at that defense and I'm just kind of like, yeah, we can take Lindelof, we can take Maguire. Who you got? Who you got?
No,
Sure,
the thing is, I
nah.
think Maguire's,
He needs to lose some weight. So like,
as I
I'm
said
good.
against, as I said about Maguire, Maguire's good. He needs a good pairing. That's all he
Hey,
needs.
you know you're asking which centre backs are available, mate.
Mm.
Thiago Silva could be perfect for you.
Wasn't he? What was he meant to be getting? He was meant to be getting somewhere else, no?
I
Sorry.
don't know where he's meant to be going.
I think there's a rumor he might be going City
Mm.
apparently.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard some rumors and stuff like
There's
that,
some
man.
rumors,
I
but
think he could be good for you guys. He could shake Maguire up.
Bro, that
I,
team.
honestly, personally, I don't think United should get Thiago Silva
okay.
because I just I don't want them to get better. So,
Bro,
so yeah,
do you
I
know what?
don't
Yeah, the thing is, right?
I
I
don't
think
want it.
in terms of our window and stuff like that, right now, like I said, we need a centre back. We need. I think I said it after the Sevilla game. I said, I think everyone is too comfortable at Man United. I kept on saying it all this season. Our bench is too shit. There's no one that can replace any of our first team players right now.
Not James,
And huh?
not
Shut
James.
dickhead, bruv.
What?
What's it?
Look, yeah, don't say that because I remember at the start of the season, quite a few Man United fans were getting how beady and how uppity about James and
Mm.
how he was cheaper than Pepe and he
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but he
assists
done more dirt.
and,
Yeah, and he did
uh,
at the beginning of the season. He done more dirt than what Pepe done.
and yet at the end of the season,
And you know what's funny? You know James's
oh
situation.
God,
Yeah, see James's situation. James's situation. He needs coaching, and Ollie's not going to
does he
be that.
now?
Huh?
Does he? He needs
Definitely needs
coaching.
coaching, but
Is
he can
is
go as well. He's one of the guys that he can go as well if
Do
he
you think
likes.
so, Dage?
Yeah, man, he can
Not
go,
even a
man.
squad player.
Bro, he can go.
So
He
what?
can.
If you're saying that he's not going to get the coaching, what about Sancho?
Sancho is good. That's the thing, though. Sancho
Mm.
is pretty much nearly. He's not ready made yet, but we
Mm.
can see the
Wait,
height that he's going
you
to.
can't you can't
James,
you
we can
can't
see that,
you can't let Deji anywhere the Man United team. He will gut that he will gut
bro.
that team with a
Rash,
machete.
even as I said about
Like
Rashford has been shit for a while.
exactly,
I
everybody
said it,
can get it. Everybody can get it.
100%.
Apart from maybe actually, I lie. Apart from Marshall,
Mm.
Fernandez, and Pogba, everyone
Nah,
else. If
Greenwood wouldn't get it as well because I like
Okay.
yeah,
Greenwood
so
can
yeah,
get it.
What
And
about
this
De
is his
Gea?
first. This is
What
first
about
season.
De Gea,
Nah,
Dave?
De Gea can go as well if he likes, man. Nah,
okay,
seriously, man.
no, this we had this discussion with the Henderson thing because I'm thinking like I don't see why Henderson just doesn't take the
De
geese place
Gea's
because
place.
yeah, the
But it
head
just
Mm.
depends. It depends, innit? Because it looks like, as I said to you, that deal, yeah, it looks to me like what they want to do is, I reckon Romero goes, Henderson becomes number two, which doesn't really make sense because he was number one at Sheffield United.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
It's true, but at the end of the day, it's Man United, isn't it? So, and
Sorry,
he said, no, but in
sorry,
he said, no, listen,
what?
before you start
Mhm,
getting excited and start trying to cuss and
mhm.
that, listen to what I'm saying first.
I'm not
I'm
cussing. Mhm,
I'm saying that with Henderson, I'm in Henderson's head. He's probably
mhm.
thinking, bro, it's United in about what, 2 years or whatever. I'm number one, guaranteed. That's probably what he's thinking in his head. That's the dream that Ed Woodward would have sold him as well. Said, listen, hear what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean?
I
Give me a
think
year,
Henderson.
bro. You know that Ed will do it. Ed will sell that
I'm
dream.
not sorry.
I think Henderson will have it.
Ed, bruv,
I don't
Ed
doubt
will
that Ed
sell
is
that
selling
dream.
the dream. I don't mind. I don't doubt that Ed is selling the dream. What I'm saying is this: you're like this. I want to put this in proper. Like this is what you're saying. You're telling me that I came back from a team. Sheffield United have over accomplished this season, right? And part of the reason that success is down to Henderson. And then you're going to give him a new contract, give him new money, and then you're going to tell my Don to come and sit on the bench.
Oh, so what is Özil playing on the pitch? No.
Like,
Exactly. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see,
I
Callum? Do
see
you see
what
what I'm
you're saying
saying?
there. No, I
You
see
see what
what
I'm trying
you're
to
saying.
say?
Let me explain why let me explain why this is completely different. Henderson is actually playing. Henderson is actually better right now than your current keeper.
But what I'm trying, yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say though. But we know, as we're sitting here, jokes aside, we know that Henderson coming back to United is not going to take De Gea's place. It's not
You
going to
don't
happen.
think so, Dave?
No, not right now. Anyway, it's not now. Like
Mm.
when the season starts, that's not happening. I think De Gea is going to sit on the bench as
Mm.
number 2. It's not going to happen.
Yes.
He won't do it, man. Unless
Who
Ollie's going to
won't?
be
Ollie,
ruthless.
who
Yeah,
won't?
unless
Ollie
Ollie's
won't
going
do
to be
it.
ruthless, but Ollie's not going to do that. We know this. We know that he's not going to do that. So the only thing that can happen, the only thing that I can see happening is Dean Henderson comes in for cup matches. That's the
That's
only
a
thing I can
disrespect.
see. It
That's a.
is, but remember, bruv, it's the same disrespect with Romero, bruv. 2 semi-finals, he's been playing cup
Mm,
matches to 2 semi-finals,
I don't know
bruv.
if it's
Man,
the same disrespect. I'd say a different disrespect, if I'm
bro,
honest.
it seems like Man United want to disrespect people, innit? So let them do what they
Yeah,
do, bro. As I said to you,
like,
let the club,
it's not no, but
the
my
club needs to implode. Yeah, the club needs to implode so that you can start looking at the people at the top and telling them to kick out, because all this stuff about trying to find this and dissolution and whatnot all lies in Ed's
they
hands.
Deji's ready to push the self-destruct button on this
Bro,
motherfucker.
listen, you think I'm joking?
He just get like
Listen, that
give
team.
Deji the keys to the kingdom, and Deji will just come back and just go like Deji's gonna come. Did you watch Entourage back in the day?
I never got to
Oh,
properly,
there's
mate.
a, there's a scene where like this guy comes back to his old firm and he literally comes in with like a pellet gun and he's just shooting people and firing them. That's Deji. He's just literally going
Listen,
in there
first
with
person
like a
that's
pellet
getting
Like,
shot.
gun.
pew,
It's
pew.
First
just
person that's getting shot.
pow, pow,
Jones. Jones one time. Next person. The next person is Rojo.
headshots, headshots,
Rojo is going
shots.
The
next.
one where it's just like,
Pow, pow.
Rojo is going next. That guy can go. I will terminate. I'll rip up his contract in his face. Just
It's
go,
not even,
bro,
it's not
he's
even, it's,
still in Argentina.
bruh.
He's still in Argentina.
Bro, this is what I don't get, bruv. Do you see my pain? Do you see it? Do you see when it comes to this is why I don't argue with people when it
Oh,
comes to Man United, bro? Because
it's,
you need to understand my pain. When I look at that bench here against Seville, when I looked at the bench, I was like, bro,
no,
this
no help, man.
this
No
this bench
help,
is dead,
no help.
bro. Who can you bring on to change the
So,
game? No one.
so just so we're clear, like you're looking at United and you've listed like defenders clearly. You need to sort that attacking midfielders.
No, you
Uh,
know what? I think with the attack, yeah, as I said, I think with the attack, right, it's not bad. Do you know what I mean? It's not a bad. That attack is not the issue at the moment. That's why I'm not really fussed about it. I think we need to bring in a CM. Anyways, we need to bring in another decent creative CM because there's
another
issues.
creative one, Dave.
I think we need a creative one. The reason why is because Pogba and Bruno are not going to last forever. They're not going to play every single game. It's just they're going to get tired. They're human. So I think we
yeah,
need to bring.
it's a long season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long season. I think we need to bring in someone else who's a bit more creative. The centre backs is something that the back four even in general. We just need competition along that back four, and we need a decent one, man. We
Wait,
actually need
so
decent competition.
Wan-Bissaka and the left back Williams. Are you happy with
So
it?
Williams is still quite young. Like I'm not gonna lie, when Williams came in, yeah, I thought he was a solid. I thought he's a left back. He's actually not even a left back. He's
Mm.
actually a right back. So do you know what I'm saying? So we're just using him to plug
Mm.
that hole.
Oh, no
So
way.
Honestly, you can't always have a spare player like Maitland-Niles. So I understand. I
yeah,
understand.
you know what I'm saying. So
So
um,
yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, the issue with Wan-Bissaka again, it's a long season. I think he needs competition. The issue that I have with Wan-Bissaka, which has been evident throughout the whole season, is that his attacking is poor. I don't expect him to. I'm not saying that. Oh yeah, he has to be this brilliant attacker, but he needs to have decent feet, and he just shows me that he just doesn't have that.
I
If,
get that. I definitely get that, Deja. I think it was something that we talked about earlier on was about the right back, right wing combinations.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm.
Used to see them loads back in the day, like yourself with Beckham and Gary
yeah,
Neville.
yeah. It worked, didn't it?
But I don't. I think part of Wan-Bissaka's problem is he doesn't have that partner.
Yeah.
Because who would you say are your like Wan-Bissaka is your like right back? He is what a part of your right side of your team. Like no questions asked, really, right?
Mm.
Who else is there on that right side?
Yeah, but then the question that I have to ask is who actually plays right wing nowadays?
Do you
who
know?
actually plays as a right midfielder.
William.
Yeah, well, yeah, you might have him, but nobody really does that. Do you get what I'm saying? A lot of
Salah.
the times, people,
But
yeah, but
I
no,
don't
but
think he's
Salah
got
doesn't play as an RM though. He plays
Oh,
more
sorry.
exactly. Yeah,
Maybe maybe it will be a bit more advanced, and then the CM comes in to fill in a little bit,
but
right?
it's
But
not.
generally, the right
There's
two.
someone that covers because even like you look at Arsenal when Arsenal is doing that, like this was why towards the end of the season Pepe kind of got better, was because he learned or he managed to figure out how to do a proper overlap with whether it was Bellerin playing or
Yeah,
Maitland-Niles playing.
yeah,
He
yeah,
knew that he could run and then they would cover for each other. But that's
yeah,
the thing, like I think sometimes with United, especially with United, it's not that the players are like, I'm not saying they're fantastic, don't get me wrong, but they're also overly exposed.
yeah,
So it's kind of like, and you can see the same. It's the same thing with Chelsea as well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, 100%.
certain times it helps. It's kind of like when you guys had Alexis. That was one of the problems I think Mourinho had with Alexis, in that he was never tracking back to
Mm.
cover his man,
yeah,
and
but
that's the
he had
problem.
that problem with everyone who played on that left hand side. When
So
Martial played there, he had that problem. He had that
that's the
problem
thing. Like,
with
and
Rashford as well.
even when you look at Arsenal and you look at when Pepe came and Pepe was like, when Arteta benched him quite a bit, it was because he needed someone to know that you could run back and had to cover your man. And I think that's one of the like the it's I don't know if it's that the managers aren't setting up the midfield right in that, but if you have defenders the way like our defenses are set up, in that we actually have like questionable players, you need to actually have like
Cover.
a proper cover, and that's what, like, to Arteta's credit, that's what essentially what Arteta did. Arteta looked at that team and just kind of like, yeah, you guys can defend for shit. Like, because you knew when I saw every time I saw the lineup and I saw Danny Ceballos and Xhaka playing, I already knew what was going to happen. Xhaka and Ceballos were going to sit in front of that defense, and then, like, they would leave Lacazette to keep dropping back to try and get the ball and make something happen.
Mm.
That's it. And like when you look to the wings, whether it was Tierney overlapping on one side, whether Tierney was overlapping, Saka was covering.
Mm.
And this was where it was bad jokes for me, because I started laughing my ass off. There were times when Aubameyang was covering.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, mate.
Yeah, Aubameyang was falling back from playing on the left, and everyone knows that Aubameyang has no business. Like, you don't use like. This is not even me trying to big up. This is more bigging up Aubameyang than bigging up Arteta, because right now, towards the end of the season, Aubameyang essentially had to rewrite his entire game to be able to fit in, because he should be playing central. Like, and he managed to stay
Mm.
on the left and do quite the job with it. Because he just proved that wherever you put me on the pitch, as long as I'm on the pitch, I can get you goals. But I digress. If you look on our right, it would be like Pepe and Bellerin, or Pepe and Maitland-Niles, and they were covering for each other. But
Mm.
that's not the case with United. I think, like, with United, the defense is like, it's kind of like how with Arsenal, Leno had a high percentage of saves, because the defense exposed him so much that he had no other choice but to keep like making saves, because there were so many balls coming at him. And I think
We,
that's
on the other hand, were completely the opposite.
No, I get what you know. To be honest, I do get what you mean about the covering part of it. I think Ollie, obviously, it's evident that Ollie has not set up the team like that.
Mm.
It looks like the way that we're set up is to get that counter and create speed up front. It's not really about the defending kind of thing. And I don't know if it's whether one of them things he's thinking, I want to play the Fergie way, where it was all about attack and I don't give a shit about the defense kind of thing. But
Mm.
unfortunately, it just doesn't work. Do you get what I'm
You
saying?
know what?
So.
You can't, like, even when Fergie was doing that. Let's be honest. Fergie had like some of the best centre backs you could get. You
No,
had
it's true.
Diab, you had Rio, and this. And we're not talking like Rio towards the end. We're talking prime
Prime
Rio.
Rio, yeah. No, I get what you mean.
But
Like
the
you had
thing
Vidic.
on
You had
on top of
Vidic, bro.
on top
This
of
guy's
that,
is
D.
burning.
I'm just saying, like, because I remember, like, then those United teams used to give bro nightmares, bro. The 8-2 didn't help, to be honest, but still, like, it was like, I would see that defense and I'd be like, oh man, we have to try and get past this. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? And then to take the piss, I don't even think, did Fergie ever had like a bad keeper? Oh no, you guys had
No, we
Barthez.
did,
Yeah,
man. We had
yeah,
Barthez,
there were a
we had
few.
Howard.
Yeah,
Bro, them man were horrible, bro.
yeah.
But
Apart,
like apart from the actual defending part of it, D, another reason why United was so successfully defensively was because they had players like Park, who would run
Yeah,
around
they're
the
the legs
midfield
in it.
and break
Yeah,
down anything before it even got to the defense.
yeah,
Because a massive part of playing at wing back or whatever, whichever way you want to describe it tactically, on the wings of the defense, is you've got to have someone blocking off the person coming towards you. Because if you're looking at the opposition's wing back and their winger, you can't do both of them. And you've got to rely on your midfield or your striking partner to
Yeah.
take out,
to cover.
to negate their threat from their back, from their wing back. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're finished. Because if you go to them, the ball gets popped over. If you back off, they'll play. It's
All right,
so
guys.
Actually,
Right.
I was going to ask a question, Deji, because you,
Yeah.
you pointed out like Greenwood and some of the other youths that are coming through in United, and like personally, I can talk from experience like this. There have been Arsenal players who have been really young, and because they've been really young, tend to get overplayed. I'm talking about the Wenger days, not now. It seems like Arteta is knows how to handle them with better care. Like, are you worried, like players like Williams, players like Greenwood, because of the state of the squad, they're going to get overplayed too early?
I don't think Williams is going to get overplayed because once Luke Shaw comes back, he goes straight back into the team, innit? I think Greenwood might have that problem, yeah, because we've got no one to replace him with. James is not good enough, so there's no point of it trying to play him. Lingard has lost it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't.
Do
I
you
think
think
there's a
he'll go
fear of.
Lingard, Dave?
Huh?
Do you think Lingard will go?
Let's go, bruv. Go. He should go. Why? I don't let him go,
I
bruv.
love, I
There's
love,
no
I
point of
love
asking
to
me these
say,
questions because majority of the response is gonna be, bruv, just go. Rip
So
his contract up and let him just go out.
basically, it's Greenwood, Martial, and Bruno,
And what?
Pogba.
Just what that I
and
said
Pogba.
that should
Yeah,
stay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the only four people that I have faith in. That's the
Okay.
only
Well,
Pogba. Sometimes I look at Pogba and I'm like, bro, you better just fix up a little bit, yeah. But nah, they're the four guys that I actually trust. The rest of them, I'm not interested, man, at
Okay.
all
Okay.
whatsoever, bro.
All right.
But
when
guys, right,
Callum,
let's move on
yeah,
to the next one. Obviously we've got the Champions League final coming up.
yeah, yeah.
You know, we've got Bayern Munich and PSG. What's your predictions? What are you thinking? I don't
Oh,
want
no,
PSG to win it. I don't
really,
think they're
really,
gonna win it.
Deji, really,
Yeah,
Deji,
hundred
you don't
percent.
want
Yeah,
PSG to win it?
they
Is,
shouldn't win it.
could it have something to do with your hateration? Or was it?
Yeah,
Mm, mm, mm.
100%. Bayern
Can we
Munich
get
all
a
the way,
word?
bruv. I'm
Can we
gonna
get
go
a
get
word,
my
Dave?
Bayern Munich shirt on.
Can we get a word on your favorite player?
Who me? Who's my favorite player, bruv? I got no favorites there.
Here it is. It
Like,
starts with
Mbappe.
an
Mbappe is the only guy there that I like. That's it. He's my guy.
M.
Mbappe is my guy. Everyone else, bruv, they can suck
It
because
it.
starts
I
with
you know
and rhymes with Amar.
No, bro,
what,
dickhead.
but you know what I just realized? Like PSG has on the slide got like Man United's leftovers because they got Di Maria and they got Ander Herrera as well.
Herrera, bruv. And Herrera as well, bruv. You know, this is a prime time where we need someone like Herrera to sit in our midfield, which
Yeah,
is
but
actually mad.
Herrera saw where the winds were going and he was just kind of like, fuck this shit. Out.
Now, to be fair though, Herrera wanted more money. That's the only thing. That's the
Yeah,
only
that's
reason
it.
why he left, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Do you know what would give him the confidence to demand more money?
what's that?
He looked around and he went, I'm better than all these stuff.
Dickhead.
He's like, I want more than that guy. I want more than that guy. I want more than that
No, but
guy.
he was
Give me that
underpaid though.
guy's wages.
He was
Huh?
underpaid for too long,
No.
bruv. And I don't blame him for going, bruv. He was actually underpaid.
Can you imagine? You held on to Lingard and you lost Herrera.
Bro. But
Um,
yeah, what's your predictions on the game, man? What do you think's gonna happen, man? Sunday's coming, so
I think PSG is going to surprise us, and I think PSG is going to beat Bayern.
oh,
Okay. Wait, so D, what's your score prediction, bro?
My score prediction, I'm thinking this if PSG win,
Mm.
it's going to be a goal. Actually, if PSG win or lose, it's going to be a goal fest. I'm thinking PSG probably about like 3-2,
Okay.
3. Just,
damn,
What
the
about
main
you,
reason why the main reason why I'm
bruv.
saying
I'm seeing, bruv. Bayern Munich 3-0, bruh.
no, yeah, no, yeah,
Bayern
yeah, yeah,
Munich
yeah,
three
yeah.
0 bruh.
The reason why I'm willing to like imagine PSG can pull it off is because I saw Bayern against Lyon, and Lyon had a couple of chances where if it was a better, like, let's call it what it is, if you had Mbappe or you had Neymar on the end of that, I would kind of figure they might score it. Like Neymar is a bit wishy-washy because
Yeah, because he's missed their chances, man.
he missed their chances. But if you gave, there were like three chances that I could just imagine Mbappe having, and I knew he was gonna bury him. And
Mm.
like there were instances there, and I'm not saying like Bayern's defense is bad because like they have Alonso Davis who like his recovery
Bro,
is insane. Like that guy
something
could
else,
like
man.
he I saw him play and I saw him run and literally I had flashbacks to, like prime Bellerin, like when Bellerin had like his top speed. And I was just kind of like, oh shit, like that. So that's what and I like that because I couldn't like I forgot how good Bellerin was. Anyhow, so I digress. But and then you have Alaba in the center of the defense. You have Kimmich. That team is like the Bayern team is solid. But even though they're solid, they were still like Leon kind of took them apart. And here's the thing, right? No matter how good you are,
Could that be?
if
I think that in that case, I reckon I look at it and I think they were a bit too overconfident. They thought they'd walk into that match and
Mm.
wipe them. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then if you look at the Barca one, when they first started and stuff like that, their mindset looked a little different to
no, I
the
don't
Leon game. I,
honestly.
I I think
With,
they were a
with,
bit overconfident in that game.
I
To be
I think I think part of the I don't want to take away from Lyon because I look at that Lyon team. I don't think that Lyon team gives me vibes of Ajax and Monaco right before they got picked off, and everyone just came and started picking up the best players.
And
And
also the old Leon team as well.
yeah, and that's the thing, like that's a like I feel like if Lyon can expose them, the quality in PSG, like Di Maria on his day can still spot a pass.
Mm.
Mbappe on his day, if
it's
Mbappe is
something
running
else.
at you, exactly, if
It's
he's
long.
running at
It's a
you,
long day,
like
man.
even if you're a confident defender and you're like I got this, you're going to see that done running at you. And you're going to think, man, this guy like because one of the problems is if a player like Mbappe runs past you, what are your options? If you don't,
You
Mm.
take him out.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
like
you
if you
take them
don't
out.
have exactly if you don't have like tactical fouls all over the place
Yeah,
because
100%.
if you don't have someone behind you that's going to cover like and this is the thing right normally I think just Mbappe on pitch would give it but I look at Bayern's defense and you're looking at Alaba is he's a solid like he's a like solid defender he knows what the fuck he's doing. And like they're organized and Neuer is no slouch he's a solid keeper as well. But you're just looking at it, just kind of like, yeah, I look at PSG and I feel like they can get a goal of this Bayern team. Don't get me wrong, Bayern's probably going to fuck them up on the other end as well,
Listen,
which is
3-0.
why,
Quick, quick. First half.
yeah, because you're looking at Bayern all through the running. They like it's like their players have caught like they're unstoppable. Because you're looking at Lewandowski,
Bro,
uh,
Muller,
Gnabry came
even
from
Nabry
nowhere.
himself, bruv.
Yeah, Gnabry came in
Bro,
from just like and that's a solid team right there. But then again, I look at PSG, and then like their defense, I think is questionable. But the good thing about it is they have the midfield. Herrera runs and plays that midfield like he's solid. Like he's one of those players where you don't notice him necessarily, but he's doing his
no,
job.
he's doing his job. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
and then you put in Di Maria there, and you put in like Neymar on his day can turn it on, and then
Yeah.
Mbappe in. Calm down, sir, 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 calm down, sir. And then you have Mbappe, and also the damage Mbappe can do on his day. So like yeah,
Well,
I,
Callum, what
I
do you think?
yeah
What's your?
I think, to be honest, mate, I think Bayern. I know what you mean about the overconfidence. When I look at Bayern, I don't see them going out of like third gear, and that's also the scary part of it for me is that they're just chilling. They're going through these Champions League ties like they're basically nothing, bro. Look at
Like it's preseason,
yeah, like look at that Bayern. The Barca
Barcelona.
game, mate. That was a joke, and I know
Bro,
I'm not
that
saying.
hurt,
Do you know what I mean?
Bro, that was
But
painful
they
for them.
they put past Barca in one game what they put past us in two. So and we're shit. So so that's all I'm saying. But no, I think for me, I think I would because they don't have Boateng, right? Boateng got injured.
I
Oh,
think so
did he?
yeah.
He injured his knee, I think. So it's going to be Söler that's playing at centre back. He's a big
Mm.
guy and he's a good centre back, but he isn't the quickest and he's not the most agile either. So I think Mbappe will naturally fall onto him and try and get away from Alaba and Alphonso Davies. and I think try and basically use his pace against either Kimmich or Pavard, and then Söler, and get him behind. I think for Bayern, it's going to be a day of shutting down the midfield so that they don't get a chance to get their head up and get the ball to players like Neymar and Mbappe. So it'll be an interesting game, man. I think like Thiago, Goretzka, Kimmich kind of playing against Di Maria and his PSG's creativity in that area, I think will be interesting. I think it's going to be tight. I think I would probably say 3-1 Bayern, maybe.
Bro, just give it nil,
Something
man.
like that.
Let's keep clean
Name
sheets,
our own goal hat trick, yeah?
Wow.
Clean sheets, bro.
I know Dave's loved that one.
All right, guys. Right. So just quickly before we get to the end of the show today, Harry Maguire obviously has come on the news for his nonsensical behaviour.
What?
I mean,
How dare you? That is your captain.
Listen,
Shame
I don't give
on
it. Do you know what? Yeah. You know
Shame.
what's so funny? You know what's so funny? Yeah. After the Sevilla game, yeah, when I saw what's his name? Bruno, yeah. When I saw Bruno shouting at Lindelof, I was like, bruv, where's Maguire? Like, I don't know what's happened or transpired before that or after that, but I'm thinking, where's Maguire? I don't see, me personally, when I watch games, again, you know, I haven't been live to go see the games or anything like that, but I don't see Maguire. He's not vocal. He's not vocal enough for me. But Bruno seems to be more vocal. Like, even in that Seville game, when James came on, they were on the right-hand side or something like that, and like Bruno was telling James where to go. He was like, bruv, go here, go here. And I'm thinking, bruv, this is what a captain should be like. You should get onto your players. And I don't see Maguire doing that. So I'm looking at this situation now, yeah. And I'm like, all right, cool, Man United. Listen, you better just take that captaincy off him for a couple of games and give it to Bruno. Do you get what I'm saying? Get these guys motivated. Like, I'm not being out of order. I know it sounds really bad and stuff like that, but that's the way I'm looking at it. Do you know what I mean? Kind of situation. But, I mean, his actions are stupid, innit? I don't know why the hell you're going to go start beefing and up, bruv. You're acting like you're going. Do you ever watch this? Was it like Sex Sun on the Beach or some shit like that?
Yeah.
You know, UK people go over to different countries and start misbehaving, bruv. That's just immature, man. I don't get why he's done that, bruv. He's an idiot.
It's similar to us as well, actually, Dave. We've got the centre back and goalkeeper. They're just not vocal. I remember I was lucky enough to go see Liverpool live, and Van Dijk literally did not stop shouting the entire game. And there was one bit where I was like, oh, flipping out. He was having a go at Robertson for like being 1 yard out of touch. Like, Robertson obviously is best left back in the league. We all know that. He slipped for a second, and Van Dijk was on his case. And I think that's what, exactly.
Callum, can I offer you the services of a vocal keeper?
Oh my god!
This guy,
he works for Arsenal, doesn't he?
I've mentioned this. Can I get my sales pitch, please? I've mentioned this several times. Martinez is like, just,
let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
If you wanted to like part with, I'd say a reasonable fee for an FA Cup winning keeper. 40 mil, maybe ish.
Are you done?
Because we did you guys a favor. We took Willian off you guys.
Nah, it's not the same, bruh. It's definitely not the same.
Dave, was I talking to you? Was I talking to you?
Let me keep it.
Was I talking? Go bail your captain out of prison or some shit. Just go away. Callum, my man, how you doing? So yeah, a vocal keeper.
Yeah.
FA Cup winner. Like not afraid to talk to even players that are older than him. My man was keeping David Luiz in check. So like Rudiger and Zuma are like babies for him. Just throwing out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, anyways, this guy is so dumb. Yeah, so with the Maguire thing, I'm looking at it like, bruv, but apparently Man United have just said that they're not going to take it any further. So, bro, it is what it is, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? I think what he's done is stupid, though.
You just need him to turn up for whatever is preseason before the season starts. Because Lord knows you can't afford to not have him. Who you going to play?
Bruv, this is it. And then lastly, guys, just before we go off, obviously, it's coming up on the news about Messi. And obviously, he apparently says he wants to leave, which I think is just jazz. I don't think he's going anywhere. But, right, just before we leave, if he was to go somewhere, where do you think he should go?
Man City.
Where do you think he is going?
Man City.
Do you really think he will go City? I mean, they got
Yes,
the money though. To be fair, so
exactly. Who else can afford it? That's the question. Who else can afford it?
All I know.
Unless he wants to go to like a not well. Unless he wants to follow, he could follow Ronaldo, and they could kickstart their rivalry again in Italy. But apart from
Or he
Juventus, he
could
can
join
afford it.
Ronaldo.
when he
No,
joins Ronaldo,
Yeah,
no,
at Juve.
I
no.
doubt that would happen as well, man.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
I
it
don't.
would be mad.
I actually don't want it to happen because then that's like why what has Juve done to deserve two cheat codes?
Yeah.
Two
Done to
cheat codes.
deserve two cheat codes. They don't. Just no. Please, let's not do that. Just no.
I don't think he's. Do you know what? To answer my own question, I don't think he's going anywhere. There's no even point of imagining. Like that's long for him. If he wants to go somewhere though, to be fair, if I change my mind on this, if he is to go, I reckon he doesn't stay in Europe.
Mm.
He just goes and collects the money, man. That's what it is. He goes and gets the bag. That's all he needs to do, really.
I think he's got plenty of time for that, man. I reckon he will do another 2 or 3 years at some kind of top level, or basically Europe, and then he'll go and play until he's like 45 in the Chinese league. 100%. Listen, all I know is that he used to play as Chelsea on FIFA, even over Barcelona. That's all I know. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. You
And
know,
that would be my final
you know
word
what,
on this matter.
do you know what I love about football fans? You all pick up on the most random shit. On the most random shit.
2nd of February,
Yeah,
1982.
exactly. Because
Two
they'll
p.m.
just be like, it's just kind of like, have you seen, like, I'm going to say this now, just so you know, Arsenal Twitter. And Arsenal Twitter is insane. Like literally, if all anyone has to do, yeah, I'm sure there are journalists that are making a living off the clickbait that they leave out for Arsenal fans, because like Gabriel, right? So the moment Gabriel dropped that, oh, there was a hint of Gabriel. Can you imagine Arsenal fans started stalking this guy's Instagram, his brother's Instagram, his girlfriend's Instagram? He's either his girlfriend or his cousin or his second cousin or I don't even know who the fuck it was. Liked an Arsenal post. Everyone lost their fucking mind.
Bruh.
His cousin's sister's cousin liked the post. And I'm just kind of looking like, bruv, this doesn't mean shit. Like, but then again, much like Callum was saying, there's a fan that went, oh, in the year 1985, he said in a little interview, when he was, and you look at him and go, bruv, he was 5 years old, and like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't, bruv. He's long gone, bruv. He's long
He
gone.
was legally represented.
Exactly. That was where he just kind of like he doesn't know it, but he's legally binding. He has to come to that, bro. He's not going Chelsea. We all know that.
Listen, I don't think, as I said, yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's staying at Barca, man. All that stuff he's saying, you know what? Yeah, he's probably just saying it so that these men fix up. He's like, yeah, you might
Let,
want to play. All right.
let me ask you a question. If he were to offer himself to United, yes, no, maybe.
Bruh, what kind of question is that? He
Uh,
can come if he likes. He can come, bruv. We will give him
Where's the
everything:
500?
private jet, private boat,
Where are you
private
pulling that
scooter,
money from,
them,
mate?
them,
bruv,
them, them,
private everything.
then when
Okay.
Deji turns up to the training ground with a gun and is looking and he's going to tell Lindelof, he's going to tell Lindelof, he's going
Leave
to tell
now.
Jones, Lingard, like they just say, line up, give me all your paychecks. We're paying that.
He's got the shopping list for
Yeah,
Messi.
Listen, if Messi came,
you know,
if Messi said that he was coming, bruv, as I said, private, anything he wanted, what do you want, bruv? I'll get it for you. You can have it. Bruv, even as he's stepping off the plane, yeah, a mariachi band, it would be fireworks, it would be everything, bruv. You can get
Aladdin,
everything.
just like Aladdin coming
Bruv,
in.
everything, man. Elephants, bruv. You don't even have to. I will carry him. I will carry him to the stadium, bruv. That's how bad it
Get your
is,
centre backs to carry him, innit?
bruv.
Out all their uniform.
they'll bring out the Alexis piano.
Yeah, bruv, dust that off. Bring that as well, bruv. Everything. But as I said, I don't think I don't think he's going anywhere, man. For all those fans out there who think that he's coming to your club, it's not happening.
You know what it is like. Really and truly, like we said, the numbers of places that he could go is very limited.
Yeah, that's right.
City is like it would be between City, PSG. Who else can afford it?
Go on,
Like
say it, D. Juve.
No, he ain't. Nah, he ain't.
They can't afford it though, anyway.
Nah, they
Are you
can't.
sure?
But no, but yeah, you know what? Don't mess with Juve. You know they love a player, or like
Yeah.
you know they love a player they could get for free.
How much
They
are they paying
love.
Ronaldo?
I don't even know,
Like
but like
20 mil, something dumb. Juve's
like
transfers record is ridiculous.
dude, the way they get players is mad.
Yeah, what was it? Like Blaise Matuidi for like 10 million or something.
Yeah, like it's
Dumb.
they like literally it's almost like they don't do any like the scouting office is just waiting. They're just going, this guy has 1 year left on his contract. This guy has 3 years left on his
Bro,
contract.
that's how clubs should move though, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. You should move like that. Then you pick up these players for cheap. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like
Like
United.
Ross Barkley for 15 million, yeah?
Dickhead.
Yeah, like how United be snagging players, just
Snagging
like
who, bruv?
like
Dickhead.
what's that?
Don't listen. When it comes to transfers, you man can't talk anyways, bruv. All the stuff that you man have done after we gave you Welbeck and Sylvester for,
No,
we dashed them man
no,
to you,
no,
bruv. What kind
I,
of business is that, bruv? We dash
but
you these man, yeah, and then we
I,
get VP, then we do we go along and we collect VP,
I'm
man,
not,
fee.
I'm not even knocking it. Like United fans, you can talk about the RVP one, that's fine, right? But every other player you got from us, you bumped yourselves. Right? Alexis, that's a bump.
Oh,
That's a bump, and
yeah, that's a
like
bruv.
yeah,
It was given
right.
back, bruv.
Huh?
I swear it was an exchange. I swear it was an exchange
It was an exchange for Mkhitaryan.
for Mkhitaryan. I swear we didn't pay for that. We didn't.
So just so, but you say you didn't pay for that, but didn't you though? How
We
much were
paid,
you guys talking?
yeah, we paid in wages. We paid in wages. We didn't pay you. We didn't pay you, man.
Okay,
Cash.
that totally makes it better then.
It makes
That totally
better.
makes in case you were
I'd
wondering, in case
sooner
you
be
were wondering,
dumping money out the window than giving
in
it to
case you were
Arsenal.
wondering,
Yeah,
you can
100%. I would rather burn it. Move like Pablo Escobar and burn it than give it to Arsenal.
you can come for Arsenal and go, oh, Ozil did this shit. But let's be honest, Alexis was the precursor. Alexis,
But then that's true. But then where's Alexis now and where's Özil?
uh,
There you go. There you go. There you go.
like
That's my bullets right there.
that's the bullet in it. Yeah. But
Right.
again,
Right.
continue overpaying, and I'll see you when you pay 120 for Sancho. Take it.
All right, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. Please share, like, subscribe. This has been Deji, your host. Obviously, we had Callum today and we had D. Thank you guys so much for
Oh
watching.
yeah, guys. Next time, my background will be an Arsenal, whatever. Upon
With shin
yeah.
pads as well, yeah?
If I can figure out how to do it, because like honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to, but then I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm already wearing the jersey. Fuck it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.